Not looking good. Did not work. Okay, I tried it again and tried to get it a little bit deeper into the crack. And if it turns white when I let this off of here, then it's probably not going to work. But if I can get this off of here and get this hose clamp on there, then maybe it'll keep it together when I screw the shutoff valve in. So, haven't done it yet. Go like this, I guess. It's definitely, I don't know what to think about that. I don't even know if this thing will thread in now. Look at how distorted the hole is. I don't know if I should tap it. Just a little bit. The valve's hitting the hose clamp. I wish I had a more low profile one. You could maybe try not screwing it in. Well, hang on. Come on, one more turn, don't break. Let's try that. Possible that did it. I don't see, you probably can't see in there, but it didn't crack it back open. As long as this thing being screwed in with the pipe threads has made enough of a seal, might be it. I don't know. Let's put gas in it and see if it leaks. I don't know. I don't know about this fix. It'll either work or it won't. Don't have high hopes though. Actually, I just saw back here that is a little bit tight. I bet the hose won't even go on there. Too bad I didn't have a more narrow hose clamp, or this might have actually worked. The whole thing's sitting at an angle anyway. I don't know. I should probably take this out and take that off before it cracks or something. Still didn't crack back open, so that's promising. Oh, no, I don't think it did. I mean, we can't just trust it. Here's the problem. With pipe threads, it's basically tapered, so the deeper I go with that, it's going to keep spreading this out and spreading this out. So I think that's going to work, though. If I could get a smaller hose clamp. Man, I wonder if I should cut these ribs off, and that would lower this thing. Where is that thing at? If I could get those strengthening ribs off of there, then I could get it down to that level. Huh. Alright, let me see if I got a different hose clamp. This will just have to do. It's more narrow that direction. So I think that's going to fit the bill nicely here. wonder if I shouldn't clock this better. When you've got them like this, they seem to want to push inward like that, and so I kind of feel like maybe since we need to squeeze it that direction, then we should put them like this. Still hasn't cracked there. All right, let's try that. Keep watching for a white crack to appear where the weld got made. Looks like there's one there. Let's go around one more time. Heck with it. Okay. That might have worked. Probably not. Okay, gas is dripping out of the shutoff valve. So as long as none gets on the actual outside of it, then maybe this was actually good. I'm not going to put that one back in because it was so crusty. So, all right, let's put some gas in this thing and see if it leaks, and then see if it starts. Okay, let's watch for it dripping down here. We're going to put a whole lot in. It's good enough to know if it's leaking and if it runs. So far, nothing. I'm not seeing anything yet. I would have thought, here's another thing. If you're ever trying to do some kind of a gas leak repair and you think you've got it, and then you try to use water to test it. I was trying to solder a metal tank, a pinhole in a metal tank once, and it held water just fine. But as soon as you dried the thing out and poured gas in it, gas leaked through the solder repair. So apparently gasoline is thinner than water. So having gasoline in here right now and it's not leaking yet, that should be a good sign. But you know, maybe when this thing's running and vibrating and all that, it'll start leaking. But we'll just keep an eye on it, and hopefully it's fixed. Okay, see what happens here. So start position, which sets the choke. The gas is turned on and it's got gas in it. Let's see what happens. It's not starting. isn't leaking out of the carb or anything. It's definitely maybe the choke's not set all the way, because I am able to move that a little bit. Kind of weird. Gas is on. Still not leaking. Alright, so maybe I need to adjust this thing up a little bit more to set the choke better when it's in that start position. Alright, here's how much movement it has still. You wouldn't think that would make much of a difference, but that might be all it needs to crank over. So I'm going to loosen this and move the sheath of the throttle cable up a little bit, and that'll push that thing further up. Okay, there it is in the start position. There's high throttle start position, so it's closing all the way now. Let me put the filter housing back on and see if we can get it to start. Be surprised how finicky these things can be when they're not choked fully. Okay, this should be it. When that goes all the way back and touches that grounds out the coil and cuts spark and makes it stop. So still no leaks. It seems like this thing's good to go, so that's pretty good. Sweet. Well, that's the 21-inch snapper. Thing runs pretty good.